This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix are hosting a blockbuster triple headliner Saturday, May 16th. Ronda Rousey returns to face fellow women's MMA pioneer Gina Carano in the main event. Plus co-mains Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. And the best heavyweight in the world, Francis Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. Watch Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano, live only on Netflix. Saturday, May 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time.
What is Cafe Mocha? Cafe Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is In Vogue.
This is India Ari.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
Mother's Day weekend with the ladies of Cafe Mocha. Loni Love, Yo-Yo, I'm Angelique. Today we announce the birth of our brand new baby, Chic Boutique. And we have one of Black Hollywood's favorite couples, Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe, are next on Cafe Mocha.
On the line, we have two of our favorite actors, producers, business people. We love them. Nicole Ari Parker and her husband, the fine Boris Kodjoe.
And the fine Nicole.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he's still fine. We'll be married for 4 years in like 3 weeks.
Congratulations.
You know, we are starting this chic boutique on Cafe Mocha, and Nicole Ari Parker has been so kind enough to put her wonderful Gymwraps as part of our chic boutique. And let's talk about it. Y'all, to the listeners, she just sent me some wonderful product, and it's beautiful, it's colorful. But first, let's start from the beginning. Nicole, what inspired you to create the Gymwrap? And how did your personal fitness journey influence the design and the mission of your brand?
I was just talking about this, and it really came out of a moment of being tired of saying the same thing. Like, I can't go work out with him or take a walk or a run with him because I just got my hair done. I have these 2 little kids, and all my energy went to them and just trying to do my hair. So I was just opting out of my own health because of my hair. And one day, it literally was just an idea. Because at the time, it was 2010, 2011. And I was like, why am I still saying these words? Like, there's people going to the moon. Like, why can't I figure out how to grab sweat and keep my edges laid? So I literally just heard this idea. I originally called it Save Your Do. That was the beginning. That was the first name of my company. And I cut up dry fit and super absorbent. And because I'm a little crafty, I was like, I need something to be soft that touches the hair, something that absorbs it, and then something cute on the outside because we like to be cute. So that was pretty much it. And then the rest is pretty much by the book. I had to get a manufacturer, a distributor, a business partner. I had to
get a husband with a business degree. But you know what she's forgetting? What she's forgetting is that...
How was it going on? Like, while she was doing all of this, what was your support and input for this?
Well, my support was the fact that she cut up my dry fit shirts to make the first prototypes. So I had my shirts all cut out. Like, she just literally cut up my shirts. But what she's forgetting right now is that we had a meeting with the Surgeon General at the time, Dr. Regina Benjamin, when Obama was in the White House still. And she told us that a lot of women in our culture, a lot of Black women, choose between health and beauty. And that was just a shocking revelation that sort of propelled Nicole into this sort of purposeful, divine direction in terms of her product.
The impetus to not give up. I had so many reasons to give up. No extra funding for the level and scale that I was shooting for. No business degree. All the manufacturers that I had talked to trying to get my first prototypes made, which you also need money for. I was dealing with a white guy in Jersey trying to explain to him what edges were. Like, I did find one, though. He was really good. He was like, I got it. And so... and all my testing. I did actual testing in blind study groups. And so it was just the information, the intel I got from Dr. Benjamin, because the real thing, and I sometimes get my percentages off. I have to go back and look. And sometimes it's 60 in my head and sometimes it's 80. But more than half of the things that take us out as Black women are preventable. That's like we die in high numbers from stroke and high blood pressure and diabetes and all these things that are preventable with two things, not even medication, diet and exercise.
Well, I want to say,
so the idea came to me, and then I just had a service mission as well. And then God worked it all out. You know, I honestly know God worked it all out, because here I am 12 years later.
In this specific space, the product market, she's number one.
In terms of performance.
In terms of performance, and she has 0 returns. Her conversion is 7%, which is 3 times the market average. No, it's okay. She's poking me under the table. Like I can say it. Why so what? Yeah, you need to brag sometimes. It's okay.
You know, because that's good. Because
exactly.
I want to say something. So I started on this wellness journey and creating this life balance before I even knew that you guys had signed up to be a part of Cafe Mocha's shop. And so I get this box at my door. Mind you, I've been going to the gym steadily 3 weeks in a row, every single day. I stopped drinking 3 months ago. So I'm just thinking about alignment, and I've been posting on my social media. So I've been wearing my little headscarf. So I get this box. I open it up and I'm like, somebody's tired of me wearing my African. And I start opening, I'm just going through it. I'm like, oh my God. So listen, I am going through it. And then I'm like, oh my God. Then I'm like, wait. So she's like, did you get your box from Nicole Parker? And I'm like, which box from Nicole Parker? She wants you to wait until you open it up. Honey, let me tell you something. I did a video already. Listen, listen, this right here is so good, because I had to, for me, getting back in the gym at 54, it was me getting into the gym. I was worried. So I would just wrap my hair up because my braids would fall. I couldn't do this. I wanted to, perfect. When I say perfect, and you talk about life, wellness, and being, everything that you're saying is everything that I was feeling. I'm glad it's in the shop. I'm sending everyone there. I've given my daughter one who bicycles every day. And I've already started handing them out like, look what I got for you.
Mother's Day weekend with Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe. You're listening to Cafe Mocha.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha. Boris Kodjoe and Nicole Ari Parker, our favorite Hollywood couple, are on the line. Let's get back to it.
I just put one on. This is how beautiful they are. Can we talk about the technology, though? This is science. Yeah. So can we talk a little bit about the technology of this?
Well, this is also something that, she doesn't want to brag about it, but I'm glad to be bragging about her. There's 3 things in terms of consumer analysis that we ran. We found out that consumers, women, care about 3 things. Number 1, the fit. A lot of these headbands, they slide off of your head. And with the Gymwrap, you tied to your liking.
Well, that's my bandy that she's wearing, the rod bandy.
That's number 1. Number 2.
I'm wearing the tie.
Number 2 is absorption. A lot of people complain that even though it absorbs the sweat, it keeps it on the skin, so you get wetter and wetter as the time goes on. And with EvapoCool, which is the technology behind the Gymwrap, it wicks away the moisture and then it lets it evaporate to the outside so it doesn't stay wet. And then the third thing is cuteness, which she already talked about, right? So the Gymwrap and the bandies and the hats come in multitude of different patterns and designs and colors. And they're seasonal, so you can switch them out and get you like another one in the next season. So those are the 3 things that are most importantly to the customer, and she really paid attention to that.
Like Boris, the hat you have on, has the technology by the forehead. Yeah,
and you can put the ponytail in.
Yeah,
it's light.
The keyhole there.
It's flexible. You can throw it in your gym bag.
You can wash it.
You can mush. Yep. You can mush it. The strap in the back allows it to tight. It doesn't feel tight, although it's knit tight, because that's what we want. I want to feel like I'm wearing a fitted. I want to feel like but it doesn't feel like it's too tight on my brain. I can put my headphones on and my cap on and still feel as my head is light, even though my brain.
And what you're wearing right now is one of my newer versions. Remember, I just started with 3 versions of this. This is my original design. Well, I had a narrow one, a wide one, and a triangle. But then there were the women who wanted visors, and my white customers wanted just a bandy. They didn't want it to tie. They just wanted a full band. Or my natural sisters who didn't want to tie. They just wanted to keep their hair out of their twists, back off their face so they'd stay longer. So it was like all of the stuff that that's in your box has been years of listening to my customer and expanding the business.
The goal is for every Black woman in this country to own a Gymwrap. That's the goal.
Listen,
you know what?
So we can live to 100 like we used to.
That's right. Because we're superheroes. Remember, we're superheroes.
We thank you. What's your favorite product, Nicole, right now for this?
Oh, I'm a little emotionally attached to my first baby, the tie, the original Gymwrap
2.0.
Because it's the next ideation of it, because it has the evapocool technology. But I love my hats. The ones you're wearing, Lon, I wear every day, running errands, taking the dogs, taking a walk. Like, that's my, get me through bandy, which it's like,
I like this.
I can't even keep them in stock. But all of my athletes, my workout enthusiasts, I
wear the hat every day.
He wears the hat every day.
Yeah, because it really wicks away the moisture. The sweat doesn't start.
When he wears the cap, or the visor.
Also, when I'm playing tennis, I love it too, or play golf.
A lot of tennis players wear it. It's for men and women. But yeah, Loni, I love that you were doing shows over there.
Yeah, I'm doing a whole fashion show. Wait,
yeah.
I love
Can
this.
I just say something? I just want to let you know that the Make Way for the Motherlode was one of the first albums that I got in high school, being in Germany. In Germany.
Until when?
In Germany.
Wow.
Because we didn't just run to the record store and get a hip hop album. We had to look for it, right?
Wow.
We had to look for it. And that was one of my first albums that I bought. And my favorite.
But here's a piece of chunk of the phone that you can't understand. Our sister came up with this style. It's so foul, it leaves you dangling and shivering from the way that I be hangling. MCs take the map away literally. MCs is up to me, but they can't get. All right, that Make Way for the Motherlode.
Man.
No, listen, I am so hyped. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love great product. I'm not a pitch person. You rarely hear me, and I know people value when I get a great product because quality matters. Nicole, when it came to quality, how did you make sure that what you were bringing to the table was qualified?
Testing. I tested it on my mom's friends in their 70s at the time. I tested it on myself because I knew the difference between getting my hair pressed and getting my hair relaxed and then gelling my baby hair down. Like, I was my customer because I've done all the things. And my Latino friends, my natural sisters, like, everybody was tested, and I took everybody's feedback. And I think my biggest gathering of information was in blind groups because nobody cared less who it was. They didn't know who it was. They just they were working out in this new product. And every single person, male, female, white, and Black, was like, I like this. What is this? Like, all the feedback was positive. So, and then over time, my customers who were buying stuff went back when it was Save Your Due. They were like, there's too much material on the triangle. I don't need all that extra. And so I listened to that. And because I was a small business, and then it took off.
You sold over 1 million?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's been
Lonnie's
really
going through her packages.
I'm going through my whole. I'm so excited. Now, you guys have some new things coming out though too, Nicole. What are you launching?
Well,
you're launching all new colors.
Yeah,
all new colors for the summer. No, we also, she also got into the sock game, so she has socks.
Ew, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
My socks, Yo-Yo, Loni.
Yeah. Crazy.
The socks are socking.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you one pair. I'm going to send you just one pair, so there's no pressure.
Listen.
When you put it on, you're going to call me.
Yeah. Also, we're doing some R&D on yoga wear, so we want to expand into yoga wear because
I had leggings. I do.
Yeah, we
sold
do.
out. Look, but my everything is off the chain. Nothing is janky. The leggings come up. They really cover your booty. They hold your stomach. There's pockets on the side. They're soft. Like I made it. Like I like it. Right. So I know how I am. I know how I'm busy. I needed to take it off and shove it in my bag and do a Zoom. Like all of the things all of that energy goes into the product.
It's Cafe Mocha. We're on the line with Boris, Kodjoe, and Nicole Ari Parker talking about their product, Gymwrap. And the question I have is, how do you all find time to work together and be partners in life and be partners in business as well?
Well, now that the kids are gone, we got more time.
Yeah.
Now it feels like we're dating again. And and you got to remember, we met working. Like we met on the show
in a rigorous schedule.
So that's the environment that we got to know each other and fall in love with each other. So that's nothing.
He also had, I always say, 18 girlfriends when I met him.
So. What? No. Listen, no, that's not true.
I had to pace it.
I just did a little bit of international research. That's it.
Well,
I love great product
business, but you also have the Kodjoe Family Foundation. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the Gymwrap, when you buy a Gymwrap, you're also contributing to the mission of the Kodjoe Family Foundation.
Yep. Which is we're very invested in health and wellness in marginalized communities and after school programs for kids, because when kids engage in after school programs like tennis or any type of sports or music, obviously their scores go up, and the chance of them being able to attend a college or university increases dramatically. So anything we can do for our community and anything we can do in terms of uplifting people who need support, we're always there. This started as an initiative to advocate for folic acid fortification with birth defects, but now turned into a wider health and wellness initiative for our communities.
I think Boris is being a little humble. He has financed the tuition and tennis lessons for several students at the say it for me.
Toulouse Tennis Academy in France. So what happened? We found some kids that needed help.
Who were very talented.
We supported them, and now they're getting scholarships here in the U.S. One girl went to Howard on a tennis scholarship, and another kid is getting ready to go to Florida on a tennis scholarship. So that, of course, makes us very proud because we've sort of supported them and shepherded them, but they're all great kids.
Wow. Well, you let me know about the one in Florida. When we go back to Florida for the National College Resource Foundation, I'll make sure if that student, I'll give her one of my $1,000 scholarships that I have.
Oh, wow. That's so amazing. Thank you.
We'll stay connected. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to add 5 to it. 500.
Period.
So.
5,000. Wow. Thank you.
I didn't. Ooh, okay. Anyway, I got to sell a lot of wraps if I'm going to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so honored to have this as one of our first products in the chic boutique for Cafe Mocha. It is the Gymwrap, and it's an advanced fabric that keeps your hair drier, the sweat out of your eyes, so you stay cool, you stay dry, you can focus on your workouts. It was created by Nicole Ari Parker, sponsored by her husband, Boris Kodjoe, and she's saving our edges. So let's support them by going to the Cafe Mocha Chic Boutique shop. There are all different types of varieties and colors. It's great material. You see me handling it. And we just thank Nicole and Boris for their time today. And thank you for being one of our first clients in the Chic Boutique. So
thank you.
We appreciate
Can I give a little
so much.
tip?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're a heavy sweater, for my heavy sweater customers, when you're done your workout and you plop off the treadmill, blow dry your hair a little bit with the gym wrap still on, like you would if you had your, your paper wrap.
Oh, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, I like this. Like, they got
It feels good.
So,
Yeah.
Listen, and I know it seems like we're selling something to our listeners, but guess what? When I tell you something, you better believe me. This one right here is definitely a go. You will see me on my Instagram at Yo-Yo Fearless rocking these. They're very light. I can feel my sweatband on top, but you can't really see it. I mean, well put together. Congratulations on a great product. I'm happy to be a sponsor wearing it. Thank you for as many as you sent me. We're in love with the
Kodjoe Foundation. So let's not forget that.
Yes.
So, not only buying a product, but you're also sponsoring something that is a really great, gives back to our community. So thank you so much, Boris and Nicole.
Yes.
Thank you.
Enjoy that time.
Sending you love. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for Cafe Mocha.
Yes, love it.
Bye.
Bye. Congratulations.
Bye.
Love you too.
Check out Nicole Ari Parker's Gymwrap by going to Cafe Mocha Chic Boutique at chicboutique.com. Chicboutique.com is Cafe Mocha.
We're at Cafe Mocha Radio. Socially savvy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Serving up more Cafe Mocha on the way.
UNITY, that's a unity.
It's Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha's virtual store is open. Go to chicboutique.com. We've got Nicole Ari Parker's Gymwrap in there to keep your edges right while you're working out. April Ryan's line of candles. We got skincare, coffee, a bunch of great ways to level up your mind and your life. Chicboutique.com. Chicboutique.com.
It's Cafe Mocha with Loni Love, Yo-Yo, and Angelique on the line. He's a true multi-hyphenate. He's an award-winning producer, an actor, best-selling author, motivational speaker, and spiritual success coach. It's been a while since we had him on, but he got plenty of stuff. That's why he ain't been on. It's Devon Franklin. Hello, Devon.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? So glad to be back. It's been a minute.
Yes.
We got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. First of all, congratulations, because you have 2 high-profile films, and I'm really excited about this first one, Ruth and Boaz. And this is a actual collaboration with you and Tyler Perry. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this movie. Ruth and Boaz is a story that is documented in scripture. And it really is kind of a classic, timeless love story that truly has endured the test of time. And I thought it was a good idea to do a modern version of it. It's never been done before. And it's definitely never been done with people of color. And I thought, like, wow, we need love right now. I don't remember the last, love story in the culture. And so I told, TP, I was like, man, I think this should be our first movie under our Netflix partnership. And he agreed. And so we went and, made a phenomenal film with Felicia Rashad and Soraya and Tyler Lepley and Babyface and so many other great talent. But this is a phenomenal film that I think anyone that is looking for hope, inspiration, and just a good time, this movie is going to be it for them.
Well, for all our biblical scholars out there, Ruth was that widow, and Boaz was, to me, Mr. Come and Save Me. And it gave so much inspiration. How far do you stray from the story, Devon, or how do you stay on it?
Here's the thing. With any adaptation, whether you're adapting scripture, whether you're adapting a book, whether you're adapting a comic book, you always got to look at what happens in the source material and use that as the basis for any creative license. I believe if you do that, then you will adapt it successfully. So that's what we did. I mean, there are certain elements of the story that, are definitely specific to our movie, but every choice that we made creatively went back to the scripture to say, okay, well, how did this happen? And how did Ruth meet Naomi? And how did Ruth meet Boaz? And how did they ultimately court? And so we use that as the foundation, but then we certainly have interpretation and creative license that we take to make the story work for a contemporary audience.
Well, I think it's a good way to, especially with young people, to get them to actually see this type of story and it's based on scripture. I think it's just a genius way. Was that your intent that's the reason why you're reimagining it for the younger folks?
I mean, I would say that that's maybe a byproduct, but that wasn't the intent. The intent was like, wow, in the original story, there's just so many great characters. It's such a great love story. It's such a great journey, even when you look at the Naomi character in the movie. And it was those reasons that I was compelled to do this and put this movie together, because I believe that it still resonates today. I still believe that when you look at the journey of Ruth and her path to finding love, she didn't find love because she was looking for it. She actually made a commitment to be of service. And as a result of her commitment to be of service, and basically, commit to a higher purpose, the reward for that was love. And so for me, I feel like, wow, it was still those ideas are so resonant. And then the byproduct is that, yes, to the point you're making, the movie will appeal, to a younger audience and basically introduce some of these stories from scripture that they may not even be aware of. So that's a great idea. But certainly the main idea was this is just a great, entertaining, uplifting love story.
I love that. It's Cafe Mocha on the line. We're talking to Devon Franklin. His new movie, Ruth and Boaz, which is a production partnership with Tyler Perry on Netflix. Tyler Perry don't partner with everybody. What makes you so special, Devon?
Well, Devon Franklin don't partner with everybody either.
Okay. All right. I love it.
The beautiful thing about, me and TP, we've been friends for, almost 20 years. And, we've always wanted to work together. In a few years, I asked him to do a voice in an animated film that I produced. And he did, and it was great. And, we've always just been trying to figure it out. And a little while ago, I was in a conversation with Netflix, and he got wind of it, and he just called me. He was like, hey, man, let's do this together. And when he said that, I immediately said yes, because rarely do you see two black men in entertainment, two black men of faith are coming together to make movies that are fundamentally designed to uplift and empower people. And we have the same mission. We have the same goal. And so the partnership was easy to say yes to. And the cool thing about Tyler is that, he's such a great business person, creator, director, all the things. But he basically gave me access to his entire studio, his entire executive staff to be able to make, this film. And many of you know of him, but I can tell you he is even more than what you know of. Generous, kind, a mentor, and a friend. So, the opportunity for us to partner was just phenomenal. And I'm so excited for people to see Ruth and Boaz. And this will be the first of many films to come.
Oh, I want to see the Song of Solomon. That's woo. That's the one I want.
Okay, Loni. Shoot, we might not be able to put that on Netflix. That might be an OnlyFans one,
With damn some interest.
There you okay. Hey, make your request known. It's okay. Go ahead and speak it.
Another project that I am excited about, and I need to talk to you about it. It's called Soul on Fire. It's a Sony Pictures classic. You are starring opposite William H. Macy, who I love, and John Corbett. Tell us about this movie.
Yeah, I'm so honored to be in this film. It's a beautiful, powerful, inspirational story called Soul on Fire. And it basically tells the story of a man, a true story. It tells the story of a man, John O'Leary, who's one of the nation's top motivational speakers. But the thing that makes him unique is that when he was 9 years old, he had an accident where he was burned over almost 100% of his body. And he had a less than a 1% chance of survival. And the hospital that he was at in St. Louis, the doctors and nurses tended to him. And so I played the nurse that rehabilitated him, that got him up, that made him walk, that changed his bandages, that told him, it's okay, you're going to be in pain, but you got to work through the pain, because if you don't, you're never going to walk again. And then he ultimately goes on to not only walk again, becoming, this motivational speaker, and uses the scars that the fire produced to be able to help others heal their scars as well. So it's a very powerful, beautiful story. And I'm honored to share the screen with William H. Macy and John Corbett.
It's Cafe Mocha on the line, Devon Franklin, talking about his new projects. And he's got something happening personally too. I open up People magazine and I see this beautiful picture of you and your beautiful bride, Maria Castillo, and it's a wedding. And I'm like, wait a minute, where was my invite? I wanted some
Loni, you didn't
chicken.
get your invite? Oh, man. The postal office, it failed us again. Lord have mercy.
It's still there. But first of all, congratulations on a beautiful, beautiful ceremony and being able to revive and find love again. Let's talk about this ceremony because you had everybody there. Kelly Rowland was there. My old castmate, Adrian, is. I'm like, I knew some of these people.
Yeah. It was amazing. I mean, honestly, I'm just so grateful and just thankful to God to be able to have found love again and to be married again. And it's just like a dream come true. Not everyone gets a second chance. So I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. Maria's amazing. She's an amazing partner. I'm just so grateful we get a chance to do life together. And the ceremony was just beyond anything that we could have planned or hoped for. It was a day that was filled with love and the presence of God, and everyone that was there, felt that. That was one of the things they had told us since the wedding. And, just so honored to be able to start this new chapter together.
We're talking to producer and author Devon Franklin. Ruth and Boaz is currently on Netflix, and check out his brand new one-man show. It's on Audible, and it's called Be True, My Journey from Breakdown to Breakthrough. You're listening to Cafe Mocha.
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is the espresso. Certain states have already made it harder for us to vote. Polling places are further, lines are longer. Suddenly it's illegal to give water to somebody standing in that long line. And now the Supreme Court has watered down the Voting Rights Act even more.
And is designed to undermine the ability of communities of color all across this country to elect their candidate of choice.
Triple check your voting status, your polling place, and any sudden rule changes. Iyanla Van Zant stopped by Roland Martin's show and said, Black men feel hopeless.
And they say it's like, no matter how hard I try, I'm not getting ahead. No matter what I do, it's never enough, it's never right. And they're talking about both in the world and at home. At home.
The Roast of Kevin Hart is on Netflix.
You want to call me a little fat black version of Ricky Martin? See, the secret to any roast is being able to laugh at yourself. Joke's on me. That's the thing about getting roasted. It's all about keeping you cool.
The Roast of Kevin Hart, Sunday, live on Netflix. That's the espresso.
UNITY. UNITY. That's a unity.
It's Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha having conversations for the culture with Devon Franklin. Let's jump back in.
And the other irony is that as I was, developing Ruth and Boaz and making that film, Maria and I met, and our love story was developing as I developed that love story. So that's also pretty cool. And to be able to get married and then that movie comes out about the same time, it's just amazing how God works all this stuff out.
Devon, since you are a man and a lot of our listeners are majority female, can you just express as a man, being able to start again and how that process was for you?
Yeah, so as a man, part of the process to start again, started with me, looking in the mirror and making a decision to evaluate the areas that I needed to grow and to take ownership of that. It's very easy, when you either come out of a breakup or you come out of a divorce to point the finger, but that doesn't usually produce any sort of healing. So for me, it was like, okay, let me see what was my role in this and how do I begin to work on myself? And part of the working on myself was to not allow the excuse of the heartbreak to caused me to close my heart.
Mm.
Because I didn't want to be a guy out here with a closed heart that's just being transactional, and then at the end of the day inflicting damage, to women that I'm coming in contact with. It's like, no, I don't want to be that. So I need to open up my heart, keep it open, do my work, stay in therapy, stay in life coaching, read, journal, process what has happened, and give myself the space and grace to grow, so that as I keep my heart open and my heart heals, I have more love to give and I have more love to receive. So I think anyone going through a breakup, male or female, I think it's okay for you to feel how you feel, be angry. That's okay. That's a natural emotion. But then figure out what work you can do. Because the work that you can't do is change the person you're no longer with, or keep explaining why they didn't do what they didn't do. That's not going to produce anything positive in your life except continuing to aggravate the wound. But what will produce something positive is to look in the mirror, do your work, stay open. Don't let your heart close. Even if you cry, even if you're in pain, stay open, because that's when the miracles can happen.
I think that is the best advice. And especially, when it's a public, and I just want to say, you were always been the same, Devon. Like, you have not changed.
Thank you, Loni.
Do you attribute that to your faith? Like, because, I feel at times my faith is tested, and, I have to look the other way.
Devon Franklin's new one-man show is called Be True, My Journey from Breakdown to Breakthrough. It's on Audible, inside your Amazon account. This is Cafe Mocha.
Want a little more of our flavor? Stay right there. It's Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha, having conversations for the culture with Devon Franklin. Let's jump back in.
How are you balancing the work and not letting your real life get in the way?
Yeah, it's a great question, Loni, and I don't think I have a great answer for it. I just do what's in front of me and try to do it well and try to manage everything and do it, with, as much grace as I can muster and as much excellence as I have. And then the part, though, that has really helped me tremendously is not, like, a lot of times, people say get to know yourself, which is true. But sometimes we don't know all that there is to know about ourselves.
Come on.
So sometimes when we think we're one thing, that blocks us from a new thing being able to take root and grow in our life. So for me, I got out of the habit of thinking that I actually know who I am and what I can do. I know what I know to date, but there's more to know. So then let me remain curious creatively and professionally. So that allows me to be open to do a one-man show. That allows me to be open to act in Divorce Sisters. That allows me to be open to produce Ruth and Boaz. Because I'm open. Because at any given moment, I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of talents. And I am blessed with opportunities to express and explore those talents in a way where even I am surprised. Like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I had that ability. So I would just encourage anyone listening, stay curious about yourself and about your abilities. And don't be so rigid in your identity that you block the new thing that may be trying to grow in your life.
Well, I want to know, with your skills, when you going to make me an auntie? When is that going to happen?
You know what, Loni? No, for real. No. I'm dead serious. In the movie that I'm getting ready to cast, we need to get you in to read, because there is literally a perfect part that I would love to see you read for. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I'm being very honest. So I'll make sure we double back with your team. We start casting in about in a couple. Matter of fact, we start casting in a week. So listen, you go. I'm gonna make sure you get in on this, because there's a fantastic role. There's actually two of them, but one in particular I think you would really gravitate toward.
I appreciate that. Now answer my question.
I wanted to say, is there a prayer or a practice you turn to when you're stuck on a big decision?
Oh, yes. I turn to prayer, and I turn to getting quiet. I really just try to get quiet. I try to listen, and I try to then feel, and then make the best decision I can with the information and feeling that I have. But normally it's really about getting still and tuning out the noise and tapping into how I'm feeling and using that as a guide.
She got that Teddy Riley Wi-Fi over there, so that's what
sucky over here.
I love it.
Listen, the conversation is so good between you two. I'm really enjoying the conversation. I just love to hear the strength, the passion, and I'm so happy for you. You know, we've all been rooting for you, and wanting to ask you, dig into your personal life a little bit.
Well, one day I'm gonna be an auntie,
It's all right.
so it's gonna happen. So, but this is the thing.
Oh, you mean like an auntie in real life? Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that. Okay, soon enough. It's going to happen, and soon enough.
Soon and
that
very
day
soon.
is coming. I promise you that.
I love that. Devon Franklin's new movie that he produced along with Tyler Perry, Ruth and Boaz, is on Netflix. Check it out on Netflix. Also, Soul on Fire. It stars Devon Franklin along with William H. Macy and John Corbett. And as always, he does not disappoint with the conversation and with the faith. Keep us in your prayers, Devon. You can tell we both need it, me and Yo-Yo.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. No problem.
Thank you for checking in with Cafe Mocha, and good luck with the movie this weekend.
All right. Thanks so much for having me. God bless.
Take care.
That's the show. Make sure you check out Cafe Mocha's Chic Boutique. Go to chicboutique.com. You can find Nicole R.A. Parker's Gymwrap in there. April Ryan has some sexy scented soy candles. Try saying that. All you got to do is go to Chic Boutique, or you can find it at Cafe Mocha Radio. Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Super Radio. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.